Michaela and you're watching FunsizedStyle. It has been forever since I've done an everyday makeup routine. In fact, I was looking back at my channel not long ago and it's been like 3 or 4 years since I've done an updated everyday makeup routine. Even gals like me that are makeup enthusiasts and love trying new products, I just feel like there'll always be those products that are staples for us, that we always wear when we need a quick look, and staples in our collection no matter how many products we try. And like I said, it's been forever since I've done an everyday makeup routine, and so I figured I needed to update it. There are 2 products I believe that are the same as my last one, but again, so many new ones, staples that I just used for so long at this point. It was time to make a new everyday makeup routine. I will have all the products linked down below. I hope you guys enjoy, and if you want to see what my go-to everyday makeup look is, then go ahead and just keep watching. So a lot of these items you've seen when I do other makeup tutorials, but I haven't done my full updated everyday makeup routine in like forever. So you guys know that I start out with this primer. This is the NYX Voice Base Primer Spray. I love this stuff. I can't remember, I don't think I used this in my previous everyday makeup routine. I used my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. I feel like they're both equally as good, but the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water takes forever to use up, which is really nice, but I don't know. I really do like this one from NYX Cosmetics. I just prefer primer water over regular primer, I guess, just because I don't have to use my hands and I just feel like it's cleaner and does essentially the same thing. You guys would also recognize this foundation. This is the It Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream. I've used this, again, forever, and I'm almost out of it, so I need to repurchase a new one, but I love this because it is incredibly high coverage, and I have really bad acne, as you can see. This video in particular, I'm filming like days away from my surgery, and so I'm like really stressed, so my acne is really bad. But this doesn't typically make me break out more. So I know a lot of you guys are gonna say like, oh well, is it this? But it's not, because usually my acne isn't this bad, but I'm super stressed because my whole world is about to change basically. So anyways, that I really do love this CC cream and the coverage. Again, I can't stress the coverage enough. It is amazing. Concealer, and this is my Morphe Fluidity Full Coverage Concealer, and I'm in the shade C1.55. I love this concealer. I love the way that it makes my skin look. I don't know, it just makes it look very just smooth, but just very, I guess, smooth. I don't know, I just really like the look that it gives my face, and this is another product where the coverage is really great. The shade is perfect for me. I received this in an Ipsy bag in February or March, I believe, and I think it was February, and ever since it's just been my everyday concealer. I really do love this, and it made its way into my everyday makeup routine ever since. Makeup routine, I wanted to feature 2 powders, so I obviously don't use, most people don't use 2 powders, but I don't either, but I wanted to feature both of these. I rotate between these 2 depending on how my skin is. If you've been around since the beginning, I used to have really dry skin, so I never had to worry about my skin being oily, and then I started having combination skin. Once in a while my T-zone gets pretty oily, especially like my forehead area. And so when my skin is oily, I use this Be a Bombshell Smooth Criminal Powder. This is by Be a Bombshell Cosmetics, and I love this loose setting powder because I just think it works better when my skin is more oily. But for like an everyday use, I still use my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless translucent powder. Overall, I still prefer pressed powders. I just think they're easier to work with and less messy and things like that. So when my skin isn't oily, which it's not often that my skin is oily, but when it is, I do put this one away and pull out the Bombshell Cosmetics Smooth Criminal Powder. So I don't want to say they're equal in use, but yeah, they are. This is, out of all my loose setting powders, this is the one that I gravitate towards when my skin is oily. So that's why I classified it as a product in my everyday makeup routine, if that makes sense. For now, my skin is not very oily, so really at all, so I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me translucent powder. In my everyday makeup routine is by Coastal Scents, and this is the Step 1 Eye Primer. I've been using this for forever and just trying to use it up, so it's made my way into my everyday makeup routine ever since I used up all of my previous eyeshadow primer that I was using. While that sets, I'm going to apply bronzer, and I know for a fact that I showed this in my previous everyday makeup routine, even though that was like forever ago, and I still love this bronzer. This is the Bahama Mama bronzer by theBalm Cosmetics. Here's what it looks like. I still love this product. Still in my everyday makeup routine. I'm gonna quit saying everyday makeup routine. You guys know that if these products are in this video, this is my everyday makeup routine. So I'm gonna try my hardest to stop saying that. Highlighter every time. I am going to say everyday makeup routine one more time because the specific thing I'm going to tell you, I can't tell you without saying. I don't use highlighter in my everyday makeup routine, like my go-to routine if I'm, you know, just doing my typical look. I don't know. I know I did it in my last one, and I just kind of got out of a highlighter, which I don't really know why. When I apply it, I'm like, ooh, I really like that. I don't know. I just really don't do highlighter that often anymore. I don't know why. It's not that I don't like it. I don't do it really at all. So you're not going to see that in my makeup routine video because it's not typical. It doesn't mean I never apply it, but it's just not my go-to. I guess I only use it when I'm feeling real fancy, I guess. I don't know. So next we're going to move on to brows. For brows, I use kind of a lot of products. So the first one is this Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and I'm in the shade Soft Brown. I can't remember if I featured this brow product in my last routine. I know I've been using it for forever, it feels like, but I can't remember. But this is actually my second or third one that I purchased. I love this brow pencil. I have yet to find one that compares to this or is even similar. I just really like how it's nice and thin, but it's not too thin, and I love this brow pencil. You know it's my go-to. Nothing that compares to this brow pencil. I absolutely love it. I love this brow pencil. I can't recommend one makeup product enough. This is the best. The next brow product that I use, I only use a little bit of this, but sometimes when I feel like every time I fill in my eyebrows, they look a little bit different. And sometimes when I feel like they just need a little bit more, but like the pencil isn't quite doing it for me on that day for some reason, I use the Benefit Cosmetics Gimme Brow. You guys know Benefit Cosmetics is one of my all-time favorite makeup brands on the planet. Their packaging, their quality of the products, and did I mention their packaging? If there was one makeup product or one makeup brand that I could work with in any capacity, it would hands down be Benefit Cosmetics. Love them. I use this just a little bit. I know some people use this just by itself to fill in their brows, but I just use a little bit of this, and I'm in the shade 3 if you're wondering. So we're just going to apply a little bit of this to give my brows even more definition. Do is just set my brows, and I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. Next we're going to do eyeshadow, and this is the Urban Decay Naked Original palette. I love this palette. It is my go-to, and unfortunately it is discontinued, and honestly I have yet to find a palette that compares. I'm sorry that isn't very helpful in terms of linking, but I also wanted to share another palette. I would say I use these two palettes about equally. Another one of my everyday palettes is by Too Faced Cosmetics, and this is the Chocolate Bonbons palette. I believe this palette is also discontinued. I don't remember though, so if I can link it I can, or I will, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's discontinued, but I would say I use this palette about equally. Here's what the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette looks like. Absolutely love it. But for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm feeling my Urban Decay Naked palette, because I do use this one a little bit more, so I'm going to use this in this tutorial. I use the shades Virgin, Naked, Buck, and Sin typically. For a simple go-to everyday eyeshadow look, I just like to go incredibly natural. Natural is pretty common for me day to day. It's just the makeup style that I enjoy. Next we're going to apply blush, and I don't think this is a step that I included in my last one because I'm really not a huge blush gal, but ever since I received this blush, it has changed the game for me. So this is by the brand Fresh Minerals, and this is the Sheer Glow Blush in the shade Cinerose 501, and I love it because it's made in the USA. I will link it down below. I received this in a Sweet Sparkle beauty box. I forget what box. I'll link it if I can find it. I think it was in the Copper Queen box. Ever since, again, it has changed the game. I love this blush. Here's what it looks like. It's looking really mauve-y on camera, and it is not mauve. I love this blush because I think that a lot of times women put too much on, and it makes it look really fake and makes them kind of look a little clown-like. I don't like blushes that are too pink. I wear a lot of pink as well, and so pink clothing with pink blush, and it's just too much pink, but I don't really like the corally orange shade of blush. Finding a perfect neutral, like almost like not brown toned, but just like muted blush that wasn't too mauve-y, it wasn't too pink, I didn't think even existed until I discovered this blush. It is so pretty, it's so incredibly natural, and so easy to apply. Like, I cannot recommend this blush enough. It is by far my favorite. I don't think I'll ever be able to find a blush that compares to this shade, so I love it, and it is my go-to routine. The next steps that I'm going to do is mascara, or should I say mascaras. I do this off camera, of course, but I'll show you the products that I use as a go-to. The first thing that I do is prime my lashes. This is by L'Oreal. This is the L'Oreal Voluminous base. This is a really great mascara primer. I was using previously my Benefit Cosmetics, their Real Tinted Mascara Primer, and I still love that one. I think I do love the Benefit one a little bit more than this L'Oreal one, but I ran out of my Benefit one. One day I just needed this in a flash because my lashes are so short and stubby that I can't wear mascara without this basically, or any kind of mascara primer, because my lashes just don't curl. And this is what I could run to the store and get because I don't have a Sephora or Ulta nearby. This is what I got, but I would say I use the Benefit one just as much typically, but I want to use this one up first. So I'll go ahead and link both of the mascara primers down below if you want like a higher end recommendation, because again I will go back to using that one once I use this L'Oreal Voluminous base, but I would say quality-wise, they're pretty close, but I'm just more favorable to Benefit. Again, if you're looking for a more affordable option, I definitely recommend the L'Oreal Voluminous base. And for mascara, I've been using the Wander Beauty Mile High Club Volume and Length Mascara. I received this in a Birchbox, and ever since, I really liked it. I love the ingredients that Wander Beauty uses in their products, and they're just really great. And so this is a mascara that have been working through in my collection, and it's made its way into my everyday makeup routine. The last product in my everyday makeup routine is by Kokie Professional Kokie Cosmetics Liquid Matte Powder, and this is in the shade Stunner. I have no idea where I got this product, but I really love it. It is a great liquid lipstick. I love it because, as I mentioned with the blush, I wear a lot of pink, and in the spring and summer I don't want to wear like a brown toned lip, but like obviously a pink lipstick would be too much, and I don't like the combination of red and pink together. It's really hard to find a lipstick that goes with, but this I love because it's just a very neutral, like muted shade. As you'll see on my lips, I wear it in like so many of my videos. I know you guys will recognize it when I put it on, but I love this. I highly recommend it, and I love supporting small brands, and it's just super great. I love it. It's super quick to put on, and I just really love it. So this is my everyday makeup routine for the past long while. So I figured, wow, I've been using this combination of products for so long, it's time to do an updated everyday makeup routine. It's been forever. So I'll go ahead and give you guys a final glimpse of this look. So that is it again for this everyday makeup routine. I hope you guys enjoyed. You guys know natural looks are just my favorite, and they're my go-to, and that goes for my everyday look as well. Again, I'll have all the products linked down below in case you want to recreate this look with me or discover some new staples in your everyday routine. But again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!